No matter what you are going through in life, just know that you are not alone. Your case is really not peculiar to you. There are lots of persons out there that have experienced even worse than what you may be going through. Brian Tracy is one of such people. I have compiled some of his words of wisdom, quotes, advice and suggestions to comfort you, guide and charge you up from your mourning state to a winning state. Just before you give up on yourself, please, listen to the following Brian Tracy quotes. These quotes will reconfigure your mind, stir you up from being failure-oriented to success-oriented, from poverty to riches, from downtrodden to affluence. Brian Tracy quotes. Winners make a habit of manufacturing their own positive expectations in advance of the event. Optimism is the one quality more associated with success and happiness than any other. The ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term, is the indispensable prerequisite for success. The act of taking the first step is what separates the winners from the losers. All successful people, men and women, are big dreamers. They imagine what their future could be, ideal in every respect, and then they work every day toward their distant vision, that goal or purpose. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. All that matters is where you are going. The hardest part of any important task is getting started on it in the first place. Once you actually begin work on a valuable task, you seem to be naturally motivated to continue. The only real limitation on your abilities is the level of your desires. If you want it badly enough, there are no limits on what you can achieve. The key to success is to focus our conscious mind on things we desire, not things we fear. Your most valuable asset can be your willingness to persist longer than anyone else. Everything you do is triggered by an emotion of either desire or fear. Move out of your comfort zone. You can only grow if you are willing to feel awkward and uncomfortable when you try something new. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. People who take a long view of their lives and careers always seem to make much better decisions about their time and activities than people who give very little thought to the future. Develop an attitude of gratitude, and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. A clear vision, backed by definite plans, gives you a tremendous feeling of confidence and personal power. Never complain, never explain. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or make excuses. The future belongs to the competent. It belongs to those who are very, very good at what they do. It does not belong to the well-meaning. You have to put in many, many tiny efforts that nobody sees or appreciates before you achieve anything worthwhile. Knowing how to deal with change effectively is a primary requirement for living successfully in perhaps the most exciting time in all of human history. The ability to discipline yourself to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term, is the indispensable prerequisite for success. The most valuable tasks you can do each day are often the hardest and most complex, but the payoff and rewards for completing these tasks efficiently can be tremendous. If you wish to achieve worthwhile things in your personal and career life, you must become a worthwhile person in your own self-development. Commit yourself to lifelong learning. The most valuable asset you'll ever have is your mind and what you put into it. Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large differences in your results. This is a wonderful time to be alive. There have never been more possibilities and opportunities for you to achieve more of your goals than exist today. The potential of the average person is like a huge ocean unsailed, a new continent unexplored, a world of possibilities waiting to be released and channeled toward some great good. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you, and in that, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. The success you are enjoying today is the result of the price you have paid in the past. Never say anything about yourself you do not want to come true. If you have to eat 2 frogs, eat the ugliest one first. This is another way of saying that if you have 2 important tasks before you, start with the biggest, hardest, and most important task first. Always give without remembering and always receive without forgetting. Every minute you spend in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. This gives you a 1000% return on energy. One of the very worst uses of time is to do something very well that need not to be done at all. You have to put in many, many, many tiny efforts that nobody sees or appreciates before you achieve anything worthwhile. If you envy successful people, you create a negative force field of attraction that repels you from ever doing the things that you need to do to be successful. If you admire successful people, you create a positive force field of attraction that draws you toward becoming more and more like the kinds of people that you want to be like. Successful people are always looking for opportunities to help others. Unsuccessful people are always asking, "What's in it for me?" Disciplining yourself to do what you know is right and important, although difficult, is the high road to pride, self-esteem, and personal satisfaction. Your biggest opportunity probably lies under your own feet, in your current job, industry, education, experience or interests. Everyone procrastinates. The difference between high performers and low performers is largely determined by what they choose to procrastinate on.